What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. First match here, well, second match here in the group. We have True Dracos from 2018 paired up against another deck from 2016 being Mermail / Atlanteans. Both lists have been, well, changed a couple of cards, right? Again, thanks for the feedback. So let's hop in. First list, True Dracos. I was very close of adding in Masterpiece, but with like a second thought, nah, no guys, Masterpiece is far too good, especially paired up with the rest of the deck, the whole engine, Card of the Mice, the Floodgates. The deck would just be far too powerful, as you will see in a couple of moments. Definitely, this deck is, as you know, very strong. Second list, we have Mermails / Atlanteans. Made a small couple of changes, adding in Totally Awesome was revealed or was released back in the TCG late 2016, so added it to this particular list. Also access to Northern Rights and, you know, basic Mermails. Abyss Dweller is going to be very important in this matchup. As for the votes, again, like always, you can again vote for the next matchup. Top right corner, I think it's an I. So just open it and feel free to leave a vote for the next match from Group C. But for this matchup, and it seems that like 82% of the votes prefer True Draco or think that True Draco is going to win. And I before this match, I'm honest, I felt the same. Again, because, you know, True Draco is such a strong deck, and I believe one of the comments as well noted that Mermails do struggle of getting rid of the Floodgates. And I'm looking at something like Rivalry. Rivalry is such a strong Floodgate here in this matchup. I believe Sea Serpent and Aqua, I believe those two are the strong monster types, that is. And, you know, Skill Drain, Monarchs Erupt, which again added in this list, basically very kind of staple for extra deckless True Dracos, right? Going first, and we realize a mistake that this first duel was played under, or at least in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro under Master Rule 4. Luckily it didn't matter that much, so we decided to play through. We realized it like halfway the first duel, so eventually we opted to just you know, play it through and up. Well, if it's not, if it's going to be a problem, we would just you know, we start the game. But I think at this point it was quite sure that True Dracos would win this, right? Again, getting like all the most important True Draco monsters on the field. Again with, you know, the Dynamite Fighter as well. Maiden also, Ignis Heat. Getting those extra searches. And if you get that on board against something like Mermails, you should be in a very solid position. Here I can OTK by turn 3. That's quite special if you're playing True Dracos. True Dracos not tending, or don't really tend to OTK, but again, perfect hand, right? Going second this time, kinda cool. Mermails opts to start, go first. I get why, I mean, the deck has so many options to get the first turn Dweller, and it's quite, well, it's a bit iffy, especially if you're going second. I mean, Mermails opt most of the time to go second, you know, because of the OTK, for example, but against True Dracos, battling it out against Floodgates, against a trap card like Rivalry or whatever, Monarchs Europe, it's quite hard. Okay, the Mermail deck does play cards like Twin Twister and potential Infantry, but you know, Infantry is only good when the Floodgate is already face up on the field. So, and I know that I'm going to keep my Monarchs Europe if I really need it, or if I really need to activate it, right? Here in this situation, Rivalry again can be important, not really sure about all the types. There's, I think, Sea Serpent, of course Leo is something different, I'm not really sure about Bahamut Shark as well, but Rivalry could have done something, but Twin Twister is more than enough, right? And Bahamut Shark, this gladly added it in the Mermail Atlantean deck list. The famous Bahamut Shark into Totally Awesome combo with, you know, Instant Fusion and Northern Legal in the same format. That's just flat out ridiculous. Again, going first, I definitely want to go first with, well, yeah, again, very iffy, right? It's the fact that the Mermail deck is more focused on, or has the potential to end with a rank 4 exceed, and then with a rank 4 exceed, Totally Awesome is not really a problem, but it's Dweller. Dweller is a huge problem for this deck, and even then you could play around it, as you will see in a couple of moments, but it's not really a huge problem. But I think this deck should be able to go first, right, having access to the multiple draw cards, Spot of Desires, Card of the Mice, really getting those extra pluses. I think the deck can definitely go first, put like one of the true Draco monsters on the field, and eventually gain advantage out of that. Again, using the, what is it called, the Disciple, I think, but this was a small mistake. Should have used the field spell or activate the field spell first, and after that, use the continuous effect of Disciples. But in the long run, it's not going to matter too much. But again, some small mistakes here on my part. But I'm learning. Still learning since it has been like a long time. Anyway, so he's again going first. Definitely a solid opening hand. With a Soul Charge also, only Soul Charge for 2. I get why he's going for, you know, Prince, setting up Dragoons, but not really sure if he would have enabled or if he had the option to get multiple Dragoons in the graveyard and then use Soul Charge. Again, well, with Links it would have been busted. Like make Yugioh or something and then just Soul Charge your Dragoons back. That would be so ridiculous. And him opting for Dweller, it's just unfortunate that this deck is not really hindered by Mizuchi. You know, the Mermail spell card that as soon as you activate your continuous spells, it's forced to activate its negation effect. And, you know, if it's like a continuous spell, it will just keep the continuous spell on the field. So his Mizuchi is not really going to do anything against this deck. Unless I, of course, don't open with any of my continuous spells or the field spell, right? Anyway, so Dweller again, first turn, not really that big of a deal. Well, he was able to use Dweller, use Dragoons and search out Mulling Glacia, and of course Mulling me for 2, so Delinquent 2 on my hand for 2, and even that on Dweller as well didn't really matter too much. So this already showcases the power of True Dracos in this particular tournament, right? Again, it's such a strong deck. So True Dracos do win this one, do have this one, 3-1 over Mermail Atlanteans 2016 versus 2018. But again, a well-deserved winner, and I again agree with most people with the votes from the previous video that True Draco would take this one. So the next matchup, as you see here, first match of Group C will be ABCs from 2016 versus Boogians. Full power, old school Boogians featuring Kaiser Colosseum as well. And of course, a very important card against something like ABC. So again, like always, feel free to leave your prediction either in the top right corner in like the question of the winner of the next match, and or, you know, like always, feel free to leave a comment which deck will win the next matchup. Again, an extra duel, basically just filler right, preventing some spoilers. The opponent again going first, again having the Soul Charge, and he's opting, or he has the, like, this is a superb opening hand. Not really sure if he had access to Mulling Glacia as well. Again, no Links. With Links, definitely Mulling Glacia, but without Links, not really sure. But ending with Toad and Dweller seemed very strong. Again, he was, at least he used, well, Dweller already during his turn to get a search, so quite iffy. But in the long run, again, I don't think it would have mattered. I would just have gotten rid of the Dweller eventually during my turn. So, again, Monarchs Erupt, and not really sure what the other trap face down. Rivalry. Delicious. Okay, so I think blocking my opponent from, you know, only being able to control Sea Serpents. Mulling Glacia is not live, I think. Yeah, more than enough, or too many waters in his graveyard. And I'm honest, I needed to top deck any True Draco monster to get myself back in the duel. I think I had like one draw still. But again, top decking the Igniseed, delicious, perfect. Using Duality, getting an extra draw and Demise. This deck is so crazy, especially in the Cross-Banlist Cup. Using eventually first go for some damage and use Demise, getting those extra draws, extra pluses, free pluses by the way. And a deck like Mermail is not going to get rid of that, right? Even after a first turn Toad Dweller combo. But yeah, I'm not really sure about the Mulling Glacia. But yeah, anyway, okay, Twin Twister getting rid of both Floodgates, but the damage already has been done. But still, okay, yeah, losing both Floodgates, but that's True Dracos, right? As soon as you activate something, I'll just search another card and basically get free pluses. And that's the problem of True Dracos, but again, their strength at the same time as well. So I think we have a well-deserved winner here with True Dracos taking it over Mermail Atlanteans. And as you see, getting the 3 points because it won 3 matches, and Mermail Atlanteans only getting 1 point because it won 1 game here. So okay, Satella Knights and both True Draco are leading in this group, but yeah, as you know, still 2 matches here remaining in this group, and of course the rest of the previous groups as well. Next matchup, as I mentioned before, we have ABCs from 2016, basically full power ABC versus Boogians. Boogians also at full power, triple emptiness, triple Kaiser Colosseum. So again, like always, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.